What it is, kids, I'm happy you're joining me for day 2 of Learn and Have Fun with Mr. Mincer. Hopefully you watched yesterday's video and had a lot of fun reading with me because I had a lot of fun reading with you. Can you guess what today is? Can you guess what today is? Yeah, it's Friday, but it's not just any Friday. It's Free Write Friday. So before we get started, there's a few things that you're going to need. 1, you're going to need a pencil, and 2, you'll need a piece of paper to write on. So you need a pencil and paper. So why don't you go ahead and pause this video and go grab a pencil and a paper and meet me back here. Okay, so at this point you should have your paper and your pencil. So now when I say go, you're going to go around your house and find 5 items. You're going to look for 5 items in your home. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a favorite toy. It could be something that you use very often. It doesn't matter. You're going to go find 5 items around your home. I'm going to give you a minute to do that. So ready? 5 items. Set. Go. Alright, if you have your 5 items, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. These items are really important because we're going to be using these to create our story today. So don't worry, you're not alone. I went ahead and grabbed 5 items from my home and I already wrote a story just to give you an idea of what you can do. You like my Nike box? It's the first thing that I can find. So my 5 items are, and these are very random, that's why I told you it could be anything, is a blue hoodie, a sweet potato, a lint roller, my Power Beats headphones, and a paper clip. So here's the fun part. You're going to use all 5 items and incorporate them into your story. Now you can be as creative as you want to be. You can make a story that's realistic, where, you know, it's about people walking down the street or something that happens at school or at recess. Or you can make something that's not very realistic, like meatballs raining down from the sky or sharks walking around or something like that. But be as creative as you want to be. So I went ahead and used all 5 items that I found and I wrote a story with them. So remember, I had the blue hoodie, the paper clip, my Power Beats headphones, a lint roller, and do you remember the last one? Yeah, a sweet potato. So now I'm going to read my story to you. Alright, here it is. One summer morning, my mom came into my room and said, "Wake up! Breakfast is ready." I wanted to stay in bed so badly, but the smell of her sweet potato pancakes forced me downstairs. My mom makes the best sweet potato pancakes. At the table, my dad asked, "What are you doing today? Are you going to hang out with Malcolm again?" Malcolm is our neighbor and the son of my dad's best friend. He's the worst. And he smells like cheese and stinky feet. I think I'll give Malcolm a break today, I said sarcastically to my dad. I need you to run to the store and pick up some toilet paper, Dad said. I got you, Pops. I grabbed my Power Beats, turned on some Beyonce, and rode my bike down the street. As I was riding my bike, it started wobbling like a bowl of jello. I hopped off to investigate and found a paper clip sticking out of my back tire. "Why?" I yelled. I was so loud that my 98-year-old neighbor, Miss Franklin, threw a lint roller at my head. "Ouch!" I screamed. "Stop making all that racket. I'm trying to clip my toenails," said Miss Franklin. "Sorry, Miss Franklin," I yelled as I picked up my bike and started pushing it down the street and to the store. On my way home, I saw a blue hoodie on the ground with a note on it. I dropped my bike to read the note. It said, Wear me at your own risk. Let's see if you do. If you put me on, you'll be invisible. I laughed. A hoodie that makes you invisible? I decided to give it a try. I put the hoodie on over my shirt, picked up my bike, and walked home. I walked in my house. Usually my dog Marley runs to the door, but he just stayed on the couch. I yelled, "Mom, Dad, I'm home." No one responded. Suddenly, my mom walked into the kitchen. "Mom!" For a minute I thought no one was home. My mom ignored me. Don't you hear me talking to you?" I shouted. At that point, I knew she couldn't hear me because I was still alive after talking to her like that. Then my dad walks in complaining about the score from last night's Sixers game. "Hey Dad, I got the tissue." He ignored me. Could it be? Did this hoodie really make me invisible? I jumped up on the table and started singing, "I got the horses in the bag," while waving my hands back and forth. They both continued having their conversations as if I was invisible. So notice I use all 5 items in that story that I just made up today. I used my imagination and I wrote a story. And you can do the exact same thing. Now here's the thing, your story does not need to be as long as mine. It can be long or it can be a short story. But I'm just going to challenge you to be as creative as you can be and use every item that you found. So a couple things before I let you go. Number 1, when you start writing, we always begin a sentence with a capital letter. 2, we always end our sentences with punctuation. Good job. We end our sentences with punctuation. Now, if you said period, that's not wrong, but it doesn't mean we always have to use a period. We can use an exclamation mark if we want to show some excitement, or we can use a question mark if we're asking a question. When you're finished writing, I would love to read your story. So ask your mom or your dad or someone to take a picture and send me an email. I'll put my email below in the description. All right, y'all, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.